gonna put a 10. test. Hey, welcome. That's crunchy. Crunchy. Testing. 1, 2. Testing. 1, 2. Testing.
Testing, 1, 2.
Testing.
Testing, 1, 2. Hello there. That sounds just a little bit better. Test, test, test. Hey, how's we doing?
Test, test. 1, 2. I think this adds to the voice. Test, 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 What if I just got rid of that? Test, test. Testing. 1, 2. Make it a little less harsh. Bring it down just a little bit. Testing. 1, 2. Why is that at -9? Set it 0. Set it 0. A little bit sharp. Bring this one up just a little bit. Hey, testing. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, and 4. How are we doing today? Testing, testing. 1, 2. 1, 2. There we go. Testing. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, and 4. I think I like that one. How's everyone doing today? I am doing fantastic here on a rainy morning. Just admiring the drippy drops outside my window. Oh, right. What were we doing last time? So there was a bombing at the Stelligan University. Thought organization has held 3 protests. Thought is currently inactive, we think. And there was a bombing at the Circle Mall, which, for the record, just going back in history, for the record, we tried to preempt, but we didn't put the right information in for the assessor to understand what we were trying to say. Let's keep it at that. We've run into Harrison O'Donnell, who was a guest student at Goldfell's course. He was part of the thought group. He did some very bad organization and planning, and then he left it. He's now cleaned up all of his profiles and writes for the national newspaper. He shops very frequently at a drugstore. Has 2 health insurance plans. We know his address. Goldfell's, he founded a blog called The Thought, which he tried to keep as a debate group and a website. Not the revolutionary overthrow the government group that it later became. Juliet, a former student of his. She's now a PR assistant. And she may have been responsible for the bombing, but we don't know anything yet. But my real money is on Nina, because she's such an invisible force and outspoken about it as well. So let's go into the next day here. Episode 3, Unperson. Whatever could that mean? Simons. Here we are again after stared into the abyss, not unscathed but alive, and still with a job. I was able to keep us in the business. My superiors don't want to give up on Orwell just yet. Needless to say, we cannot afford to repeat a failure like yesterday. The TNB is already starting to tear us apart. I don't know, man. We're a prototyping process for a brand new service, and we're being held to the same standards that local forces and law enforcement can't keep up to yet. Bit double standard. This Nina character is the final member of Thought that we don't have concrete information on. Since Harrison's plan with the government building turned out to be a dead end, we need to get a clearer picture of this loose thread. Her stance towards law enforcement just gives us one more reason, as you found out yesterday. Focus on Nina, but keep watching all the others too. I mean, sure. Oh, there's new messages going on. From an unknown person. Hey, forgot to charge my phone tonight, and yeah, so I have to do this old-fashioned way. I really wanted to thank you for a very nice evening. I haven't enjoyed myself so much in, well, ever. Only to be topped by that night, that is. I was hoping you'd drop by CCC and pick me up tonight. We can cook together, maybe watch something, and who knows, maybe continue where we left off. You in? Funny, I just realized I've never been to your place, even after all these years we've known each other. So, I figure you're hiding another love affair of yours there, aren't you? Probably your ex, the one you've been talking about ever so often when I was around. Or this girl that's always yammering on about how she despised the safety bill. Nina, I think? Come to think of it, for all that torment you owe me big time. So I really, really demand to come to your place. Love you, Marsa or Marka. P.S. If you are going to the city center today, please, pretty please take care of yourself with all the bombs and stuff. Don't stay any longer than necessary, okay? Interesting. Let's put that under... No, wrong profile. Okay, we'll go to Nina's profile. Why would someone oppose the safety bill? We have the lowest crime rate in years, or possibly have a job thanks to the bill. The only reason to not support it is if you have a dirty past. Not necessarily. With the situation as heated as it is, this sounds like someone we should have a very close look at. We need a full examination. First, a concrete background. Who is she? Second, what motivates her? What does she want? And finally, where was she around the time of the bombings? Okay then. Let's go to the headlines first. Let's start at the oldest first. Movie release endangered by lawsuit against director. Movie director Aran sued by lead actors over breach of contract. Post-production of Grey Shadows Part 3 on the hold indefinitely. Release on Valentine's Day is endangered. Hillary. It has been a tough week for fans of the ongoing Grey Shadows saga. The final act of the trilogy has already been postponed several times for a multitude of reasons, and now there seems to be yet another threat of delay added to the list. Rhubarb Productions, the studio behind 100 Grey Shadows today announced that post-production duties would be suspended until further notice. It was then reported that the suspension was due to a pending lawsuit filed by the lead actors, Mike McNeil and Betty Avon, against the movie's director, Sumishi Aran, who allegedly breached a clause in their contract. The agreement clearly states that no images of the movie would be made public without explicit consent of both actors, which was not the case for the edited movie poster Aran had shared online on Thursday. This has put the expected Valentine's Day release in jeopardy. Fans have been taking to online message boards, sharing theories that the lawsuit and other holdups during production have been arranged to cover up for the desolate state of the movie. As a result, the Rhubarb Productions Timelines profile has been bombarded with messages of anger, with rabid fans wanting answers. In the meantime, there's also news that is sure to soothe the fans' spirit. McNeil and Avon have announced on both their websites that they have resolved their issues and are a happy couple once more. Yeah, no images of the movie being made public without explicit consent of the actors. That's outside of reality, shall we say. The National Opinion, Be on Watch, by Harrison O'Donnell. Column author Harrison O'Donnell reflects on last week's article and calls on the citizens of the nation to show courage in the face of terror. So let's get something abundantly clear to begin with. I feel bad. I feel like a fucking moron, and rightly so. In last week's No article, I blabbered about how some bombs would soon go off in Bonton or Fairview, at that time, just to advertise my point of view. I am truly sorry for everyone involved or affected by those terrible events. It never was my intention to ridicule or trivialize the attacks in Bonton. Well, if you've not been living under a rock, and a massive boulder at that, for the last couple of days, you absolutely must have heard that is pretty much exactly what went down. It's far beyond, I hate to say it, but I told you so. The fact that none of the announced bombings could be prevented by the new investigation methods naturally raised critical questions. How the hell is this possible at all when we have all the CCTV and new safety regulations out there? Why spend so much money for mechanisms that don't protect lives as they should? Why is there still no real suspect in sight, not even to mention in custody? These questions neglect one fact, though. People killing asswipes are among us. They are our neighbors. They are like you. They are like me. Mind you, they are most certainly not like me. It's tough for cameras or other automated safety systems to recognize a criminal or terrorist before he actually commits a crime. They cannot look into houses and certainly, thankfully, cannot look into the soul of a passerby. We, the people of our great nation, must grow ever more vigilant. We ourselves must stand up for our safety, alongside of high-tech security mechanisms, as those can only work in addition to our own perception. Let's not get intimidated and not back down to some shitheads thinking they can spoil our way of life. Report suspicious things going on as soon as you learn about them. It's your duty to the community, but mostly yourself. Loose lips can also sink terrorist ships, figuratively speaking. Catastrophe strikes the Circle Mall, kills 1. Third terrorist strike in Bonton targets the Circle Mall despite investigative efforts. 1 person killed by the explosion, 3 others hospitalized. Delacroix refuses to give statement. Bonton. Yesterday evening, the Circle Mall in Bonton was hit by yet another terrorist bombing. Around 7:21 p.m., an explosive device detonated within the building, instantly killing a man and severely injuring 3 other persons. The interior of the mall was heavily damaged. Due to the attack, the Ministry of Security has ramped up police presence in the Bonton and Fairview area. Catherine Delacroix, head of the ministry, is expected to come under fire from the media after previous claims that safety investigative measures would be sufficient to prevent any further attacks. Delacroix has refused to give a statement, but the entire Ministry of Security is under pressure to present investigative success and to bring the perpetrators to justice. I just want to say again, the framing of what I submitted was, hey, they did this place, then this place, then this place. So we see the sequence. They started here, they went there, now they're going to go here next. That was the context in which I submitted the information. If they wanted instead for me to predict where the next one would have been, I had that information at the ready and was ready to submit it. Just saying. The thoughts are free. War on indifference. The indifference towards their own rights is a worse enemy than the government itself when we are to overcome privacy-destroying surveillance laws. This was in 2017, or 2015, so that's 2 years ago. We are in a state of war against our own government. The declaration of war is the safety bill, the only gain of which is reinforcing the chokehold the party has on us. With this bill, they are screwing every single citizen of this country. Yet most people are ignorant to this. Most people simply don't care about their rights being wrestled from them. Why bother when I have nothing to hide, is their default excuse. They feel safe in their cozy houses while the government slowly puts the muzzle on their forehead, ready to pull the trigger any second. With our move on the crowded Circle Mall in Bonton yesterday, the first shots have been fired towards the lurking indifference among the populace. But they were merely warning shots, a friendly reminder that it's about time to take sides in this conflict. We cannot tolerate indifference. We will not accept it. If you are not with us on this, you're against us. Goldfells. Frankly, I was in shock when I heard of the events in the mall. How you in particular incited the crowd to directly threaten the visitors. Now I am even more astounded by your writing. You know I agree, people being oblivious in this matter is the problem's root. We've discussed this many times. We must get to their attention carefully, though. Through interesting and remarkable events, we must make them think. Scaring them to death is the exact opposite. Concerned one. Scaring people is convincing them, Abe. People will only care about things that pose immediate threats to their life and lifestyle. Your own words. Surveillance is just too abstract a topic, too far away to grasp. They don't feel the danger of it. So we made them feel. It's as simple as that. Goldfells, let us follow your argumentation for a moment. What did you achieve then? You just upset innocent bystanders in a time when they were already deeply unsettled. This is the exact reason why they are so afraid and yearn for safety in the first place. You have just proven them and the government right. Violence cannot be the key, and thought shall not stand for that. Concerned one. Violence? There was no violence. No one was hurt. Frightened at best. Honestly, I think it wasn't even enough. We made some local press, but the big fish TNB didn't bite. No big deal at all. How are we going to reach the broad audience, the rethinking you wanted, if you're not willing to let us do something about it? Hancock. think straight for a moment. It's not going to happen again. Concerned one. Thanks for stabbing me in the back when I needed you the most, Harry. Goldfells. This is not the right place for a discussion of this magnitude. We will have a word about it in our next meeting. If I put this in his profile, I think I should, because it kind of paints him as not trying to actually hurt anyone. Just really fed up with things. Afterwards, they're clever and feel sorry about their actions. It's always the same. Well, I mean, if he's not the one who incited things. Okay, Nina intended to scare visitors at the Circle Mall protest. Let's update his profile. I want Goldfells. Activities, background. He doesn't like violence. Do not peg him with violence. This Nina, though, she is trouble. Let's go to Nina's profile. Where's the comment? There we go. Scaring people to get attention to one's message. Really? Is this what thought is about? Okay, it's already been submitted. Ooh, there's more. What's new about this? There's something new about this. Oops, my bad. This one was written by... Oh, that's the one we just saw. Okay. There's no new information here. And there's nothing here. Okay. Okay. Well, I'm not sure why you're stirring it. Oh. You say there's something new here. I don't see anything new. Okay, well, let's go to the listener. Oh, another email. Hey kiddo, you're abso-fucking-lutely right. One could rightly call that evening mind-blowing. And of course I'll pick you up tonight. I like this continue you are talking of, and I think I am in need of it, big time. But let's not stay at my place tonight. It's utterly unfit for a lady like yourself. No lovers hidden there, only not-so-hidden leftovers and laundry. Especially not Juliet. I haven't heard anything of that bitch in months. I'm done with her, because I'm with you now, my Marsa. Pinky swear. And Nina? You mean anything will set me off, angry outburst Nina? Don't even get me started on her. She was my partner in crime a while ago, so to speak. That's it. So, babe, see you around 8 straight tonight. Okay, well, I don't want to submit this piece of information because was partner in crime a while ago. Not anymore. But she has angry outbursts. Former relationship. Well, let's go into here. Let's go volatile personality. Enraged outbursts. Interesting. Keep looking for a reason behind this. Okay, and let's go to his. Not going to be at his place tonight. And that's a past relationship. I think that's good. Julia and Harrison were together? That one's news to me. No, it's not. We've known that for so long. It was on their band profile and everything. Okay, war on indifference. Yes, we see that. Oh, that's what you want. You want us to be able to listen in on her. There we go. Opens up the listener. Unknown person. Ooh, a chat thread. Hey Sylv. Hey Nina. Just want to ask if everything is fine. Yeah, don't worry, we're having a great time. Thanks for taking care. Even though it's Saturday. Don't mention it. How are you feeling? Still shitty. Hate to say it, so don't hold it against me, okay? I'm fine. No, you're not. You're worrying me. You always look so sad. Often sad. So depressive. All the idiots on this singular portal thing you mentioned. Gonna remove the account. Just keep it tight. Nothing's records. So she's looking for relationships and is depressed. Okay, well, let's put this on there. Because it'll probably unlock something else. That's what I thought. Bam. There we go. This is the information that I want. Got Bompton, Farview area. Born 1985. Now we have. Yes, it's helping. It helps ID her later. Meet her in public. Can't click on any of these guys. Let's stick a picture in there. Looking for financial stability. In love. Oh, she's not monogamous. She's very interested in politics. Conversations. Ooh, hello there. Interesting profile. Left me dying for more information. So now here I am, asking away like you requested. If you dislike candlelight dinners and movies as you stated, guys will probably have a hard time dating you. Makes me wonder, what is it that you would like to do on a potential first date? Of course, I could resolve to just ask you out to the local Chinese place around the corner and just abandon all the candle part of the dinner, but still that does seem a bit straightforward. Kind of refreshing, decent message. Just ask me out to the local Chinese place you mentioned. I don't care much for dating rituals. By the way, name's Molly Schwartz. You can call me Molly. think I've seen the name Molly in other places. She works temp work. Now she has a son. Single mother. Doesn't seem like the type to be involved in terrorist attacks. And she does temp work. Okay, well, let's throw that in there. Work easy. There we go. Temporary work profile. Stick another picture in there. There's an email we can use. Conflicting. Dear just as the Prime Minister leaves, the weather is getting even shittier. Okay. Dear Miss Maternova, I'm writing on behalf of Dr. White. On your last visit at our office, a blood sample was taken. This was then sent into the Bonton Central Hospital's laboratory for examination. I would like to inform you that the results are now in. Date of the report, April 13th, 2017, 2 days ago. Patient number. Report, there are no pathological findings. All values are normal and more or less ideal. Regardless, Dr. White has asked me to remind you of his advice once again. What advice, I wonder? Okay, she will work... Oh, what's the information they're going to take from it? Yep, she will work lots. $8 an hour? What? That's the type of thing she'll do. Conflict with another chunk. Okay, well, we're gonna wait on that one. Let's go back to the main website. Let's go back to her profile. Nothing left here. Headlines. Oh, hello. Blaine cancels meeting for surprise visit in Triflet. Prime Minister cancels crisis meeting and instead visits Parge's capital. Plans to lead renewal of stalled negotiation between Cassart and opposition. Bonton, Triflet. On Saturday morning, Prime Minister Blaine made a surprise shift of priorities. Originally scheduled for a crisis meeting with Secretary of Security Catherine Delacroix in regards to the recent Bonton terror assaults, the Prime Minister instead made plans to mediate in the more than troubled negotiations with President Cassart and the opposition. The original crisis meeting was removed from the official party website, and Blaine took a National Air Force flight straight to Triflet, the capital of Parge. As a government spokesperson said, the Prime Minister has landed at Triflet International Airport about an hour ago and was promptly welcomed by President Cassart with military honors. This alone gave the opposition enough reason to once again question the impartiality of the Prime Minister and announce that Blaine would not be accepted as a proper mediator. Smooth. Okay, well... always looks sad. Let's add that there. That could be a hint of depression. Let's update her name. Ooh, that opened something. What connections have we found? Central Medical Database. Provider Gerald White, date recorded. Patient name Nina Matronova. Female. Okay, that's just updated information, not conflicting. I don't think you can really rely on medical records. The patient complains about leg throughout the left thigh and the upper leg. She describes the pain as searing, burning, sometimes bursting. The leg feels numb at times. Symptoms occur whenever the leg is stressed, releasing only when sitting or laying down. Symptoms started 9 days ago. Addendum. I have asked the patient regarding the healed wound on her left upper leg, as no medical record existed in this database. She was evasive and gave no clear statement about the wound's origins. Examination. Visual examination revealed cicatrix on lateral left upper leg. Palpation of the leg conducted. Tenderness to light pressure. Leg skin is warm to the touch. X-ray revealed former deep wound in dorsal left upper leg. Femur sinistra. NPD. Blood sample taken and sent into BCH lab. Diagnosis. Pain is most probably due to a prior inflicted wound on dorsal left upper leg, compressing or damaging the nervus cutaneus femoris lateralis. Symptoms are similar to those of neuralgia parasympathetica. A medical leave with strict rest until the end of April 2017 has been suggested. The patient has been strongly advised to favor the leg to avoid further complications. Spiron 400 mg has been prescribed with the following annotation. Take 2 times a day after meals. Advise patient to come back if symptoms do not improve after 14 days. Digestive nausea and vomiting with light fever. Gastroenteritis, previous entry. Patient reports of permanent unrest, inability to sleep properly, gets up 5 to 12 times a night, but does not feel overly tired. Hypervigilance, experiences heavy tremor in both hands when trying to write, also sometimes in the legs when walking, especially the left leg. When asked for the duration of symptoms to record, the anamnesis, the patient stated they began over 3 years ago but would not elaborate. Asking why, patient tends to react aggressively when feeling challenged or confronted, rushes to extremes. Symptoms are similar to those of a PTSD, but can only be confirmed by dedicated psychoanalysis. What situation this might have caused is unknown. Prior medical records for clarification could not be found. Well, let's add that to her profile. An important finding. I wonder what may have caused it. Unrest. Let's do that one. Hypervigilance is close to feelings of paranoia, though it's not the same. Yeah, agreed. When asked for duration, it began over 3 years ago. Okay, what are you going to take from this? Okay, yep. Any peanut gallery? Yep. What, 3 years? What happened back then? Must have been really bad. Yeah, no kidding. Here's her new address. I trust the medical records more than a job website. Okay, let's go to the next entry. Can I not add both of these pieces of information? Because she was ordered to take a rest and she didn't. That's prior inflicted wound. There we go. I wonder if she got injured featured in that incident with the police officer. That, what was it, Jules? No, Cassandra got pegged with. Oh. Welcome to Rosentech. You are calling outside of our office hours. Please. Hey, little Jewel Bug. June? Yeah, you two. That's why I called. It's about time June and Jewel Bug had their annual sisterly chat, right? Oh, so she has a sister. How'd you know I was working today? In the stress, boss causing trouble, I can call back later. No, hanging out in the office is just a good excuse. You know, not to be at home. Oh, she doesn't like being at home. But she said she doesn't like going out. Had to leave my student apartment, you know that. You know, that's a lame excuse. You earn good money at Rosentech. Could rent any flat in town. No, had a pretty rough start into this year. I couldn't really stand being alone at the time. Probably she broke up. Mom and Dad, they're so happy I'm back. I don't want to disappoint Mom and Dad. Listen to yourself. I'm so envious when Dad called you his June Bug and he didn't have any nickname for me. And rightly so, don't give in to that. At least give him a good fight, okay? I will call you again. Do not try to reach me. Just kidding me. Oh, okay, that's just kidding. It's a big sister. Unknown name. Let's see. Not really much was said. Got a nickname, which is kind of handy if you're looking online. It's not a weird nickname. Annual sisterly chat. Has a sister. They talk once a year. Had a pretty rough start. Yeah, we can take that info. Troublesome relationship with parents. Yeah, there we go. That seems alright. Now let's go back down to here. Recent jobs. Choose a wrong profile. Let's go over here. Should be employed a bunch of times. So she's working a lot over the week. Does that account for or against her ability to having committed the bombings? I'm not sure yet. Oh, more stuff coming in. Initiate. That's interesting. Who are you? Oops, so she doesn't know. Initiate is the name. Someone who knows you better than you know yourself, sweetie. Not creepy at all. Not creepy at all. You're from Singular. Oh, that's the dating website. Okay, well, that's, someone's straight contacting her. This initiate again. Let's find out. Initiator has been in contact with 2 of our target persons so far. This should be enough. And there we go. Feel free to investigate this hacker as well. But keep the focus on Miss Metronova for now. Sounds good. Yeah, he's the one who hacked the, Oh, another initiate. You should listen to me just for the moment, alright? And then I'm all gone. Poof. Right. You little band of troublemakers, and I really dig it. So they've disbanded a long time ago. And now he's stirring shit up. The government needs a kick where the sun don't shine, but bombing people, that's plain wrong. How come you think it was one of us? Let's just say I've been watching you all for some time. Wanton bombs hit places where your outlaw posse has been twice in the past. Extremely lucky the cops are stupid enough to not have figured out that connection yet. Yolanda. Why is he calling her Yolanda? I'm uploading that bit. I said I want to help after all. I'll show you I can be trusted. I'm going to hack that precious page of the party and upload a special something. It's going to be easy with those party IT guys being lazy bones, as long as they don't see it coming in the next few seconds. I'm glad I reported it right away. If I could get away from you, I would. I can't switch my phone off now. It's a nice looking firewall you have there, dear party web team. It'd be a shame if someone would just bypass it. Almost done. Just a second longer. What the heck? Oh shit, man. We warned them in time. I'm going to spam you for the rest of your days if you don't answer my questions. Oh boy. Harrison's the only guy I could remotely imagine doing anything like that. Kirsten had an interest in Cassandra because she could access big money through her parents' company. Ah. That makes sense. She's good at organizing, okay. I think it's the government themselves. They look like this. That's not even secure. Oh, we're gonna get access to her computer directly. Okay. Well, first, she thinks it's the government doing the bombings. And then Juliet, where are you? There you are. Juliet is good at organizing. Now is that... Let's stick that on him. Must be crushing when your friends only like you for your money. Yeah. Suspected of possible involvement. We don't have to submit that yet. It's not actually related. But Initiate thinks... that the government needs a wake-up. There we go. No new chats, but there's something new over here, I think. Harrison's timeline. Oh, hello. That's already submitted. One second. Oh, this was posted today. Okay. Okay, let's go to his profile here, see what we need to submit. Harrison O'Donnell, April 15th, 2017. I think most of you, my very loyal followers, friends, and fiends, have never actually heard that I am writing for the TNB. But yeah, that's a thing. Looky here. This is why you kept quiet so long. Congrats to that. What the hell? The big revolutionary himself, a lackey to one of the most pro-fascist, pro-surveillance bullcrap newspapers? That picture, is that spick and span babyface you? And that text, loose lips sink terrorist ships. Will the real Hancock please stand up? Government fought you like everyone else. Peter, I know what you mean. I feel you. When the TNB called on me to ask if I would write for them, I laughed at them hard for 30 minutes straight before hanging up. But then they called me again to let me know I could write whatever I want. No strings attached. Hell, I can even fucking swear, and I do, frequently. Now I got the attention and the reach I always wanted, and I can use it for a good cause. Couldn't be any further away. National opinion. Be on watch. Column author Harrison O'Donnell reflects on last week's article and calls the citizens of the nation to show courage in the face of terror. Oh, okay, yeah, so we've already seen this. What would this do? Pro-security measures, predicted assaults only to sell his point in the column, condemns the Bonton bombings. Let's do that. It's still peculiar he mentioned bombings before anything happened, but, well, I mean, that's a normal thing, is pro-right writers will often predict harmful things. Let's go like that. Let's go back to Nina's profile. Bam. Because why not? There's more info here. Oh yeah, let's throw her computer on there. That'll allow me to access her computer directly, I suppose. Every device in the nation has one in accordance with the safety bill. We can use the Insider tool to connect and see what a user has on their device. Note, a device must be running to have an online connection in order for you to access it. Beauty. Her desktop's open. Let's search in the trash first. Dear Mrs. Schwartz. Schwartz. Single Metronova. Why is it Schwartz? Oh, right, because she's using an alter ego, right? Physique, background, personality, activities. Yes, it's Molly Schwartz, yeah. Dear Mrs. Schwartz, we are glad to inform you that we will indeed be able to meet your request. Please be present at the operating site around 4 p.m. on both days. Please keep a copy of this message as confirmation receipt, as we will not be able to make changes to the job originally agreed upon in your WorkEasy profile. Dear Mr. Reed, I have a request on rather short notice. Would it be possible for me to take over the Freedom Plaza shift on April 11th and 12th from 4 to 8 p.m. instead of the one at Nowlan Square? April 11th and 12th. Sorry, 1 second here. News. She requested to be relocated to the job at one of the bombing sites. It's only a request, but it connects her to the bombing location. If we could associate Miss Metronova with the 2 other sites, we would be on the safe side. Well, I mean, yes. Dear Miss Metronova, thank you for your interest in working with us. As we receive numerous applications every day for each position, we are required to refuse most of them. Unfortunately, we have chosen another applicant who fits the position slightly better. We are sure you will understand. Thank you for your interest. Dear Miss Westfield, I would like to apply for a job as a mechanic at Westfield Cars. Please find my application documents, a cover letter, my CV, and references attached. If you have any questions or need further information, please reach out to me via my phone. Ding, ding, ding. Application as a housekeeper. Sad to inform, we have decided on another candidate. Okay. But she is working that one. Okay. Go back to desktop. Private. Michael. Can I? No. I can't steal that one. Squad. Ex-military? So she knows how to improvise stuff. You know, if you were to marry and have children, it would be really funny if my name was Molly. Whoa, wait a sec, you're getting a bit ahead of things. You know I like to plan ahead. Yeah, you do like that. I really want, like, Nina as my name, though. Why Molly? Desmond says to Molly, "Girl, I like your face." Come again. Obladi Oblada. The Beatles. You don't have to tell me yet. You don't know that. You don't have a problem with kids being the center of my life, do you? Not at all. It does seem that to be her primary motivation, and it's an admirable one at that. One that does not mix well with terrorist ambitions. So she's ex-military, she has symptoms that resemble PTSD, and she has an injury, and she's taking jobs near the bomb sites. Don't tell me I didn't warn you. I've never written a text like this in my entire life. I hope you be clement with me. I was not due to the sun, even though... And due to you being there with me, maybe enjoy every second of it. Every cell in me wants to just backspace all this letter and not send it. At the same time, I want you to read it and know how I feel about you. Seems you have passed the patented Desmond-Schwartz relationship test. Who's Desmond Schwartz? Schwartz, like her alias. So she isn't single after all. An apology and an offer. Nina, I would like to offer you my sincerest apologies. It was not my intent to denounce you in front of all other members of thought, or worse, basically everyone. After all, what we do and say online persists like a minefield, as I wrote in an early blog post. I should have been more considerate. Your actions at the Circle Mall have turned out to be very different to what I had anticipated them to be. But that was hardly your fault. It was mine. Instead of passing judgment on you, I would like to offer my help. From my impressions, I would assume you are someone whose life so far has been troubled, to say the least. Although it might not seem obvious, I have a rather moving background as well. As they put it, it takes one to know one. I would suggest we have a talk about how we might assist each other best. Please let me know if you are interested. Let's go and add his email. Oh, get out of there. He's not assisting her with terrorism. He's assisting her with stability. I'm going to prove it. Okay, browser history. Can I go to this website? No. Okay, we've seen that already. No, I want back to here. Okay, that's good. Go to the reader. Oh, military profile. First Combat Engineer Battalion, Company B, Platoon 1246. Okay. Peanut gallery? No? Okay. Combat engineer. And she got a bravery medal. Miss Metronova seems to have come a long way from being such an honorable person. I wonder what could have done that, sir? Court-martial sentence. Oh, okay. Whoa, let's read this. She was enlisted. She was assigned to the platoon. Specialization training, combat engineering. Promoted to specialist, foreign mission, Bonton Barracks, corporal. Given bravery medal, sergeant. In charge of Squad Alpha. Partakes in foreign mission. Wounded in combat. Considered AWOL. AWOL status cleared. Return to Bonton Barracks. Court-martial sentence. Dishonorable discharge and 3 months of confinement for being AWOL with voluntary return. I wonder what she was going for. Did you know this puts her on the same level as any other previously convicted felon? Oh, that must make getting a job hard. Peacekeeping mission. Wait, what's this? First Combat Engineer Battalion partially tasked with mine clearance. Border patrols. Those are not clickable. Drug inhibition. Again, nothing I can use here. Yeah. Oh. Tasked with infrastructure maintenance during Gentry and Flood aid mission. There's a conflict with another data chunk. Part peacekeeping mission. So let's go back to her profile. Specialist returned to Bonton Barracks, promoted corporal. Oh, wait, we should, look at the date on here. 2009. And this one was 2016. So 2009 is somewhere in here. And 2016 discharged. Wait a second. 2011 was discharged. This here, 2016. She was not there for that. She wasn't even part of the military. But this one, in 2006. Yes, this one's the correct one. Another call going on. Sylv. You feeling better? Somewhat. A whole last week in bed? Oh. Sylv is taking care of Michael, who's Nina's son. What's this conflicting with? Unknown. Oh wait, there's another phone call. New rating Europe employer McDougal Groundskeeping Service has just left for you. View the review. McDougal Groundskeeping. Miss Schwartz did an okay job at the Circle Mall. She seemed a little distracted though and ultimately quit for not feeling well after 8 of 10 planned work hours. Okay, but there's a conflict, so I'm not going to submit that till I have more information. I've already submitted that. Memorial. Oh, hello there. Oh. Schwartz. Desmond. Oh, that one is relevant. She's no longer... Yeah, that's harsh. Can I click on him for a link? No. There's something on this page they want me to find. Not quite sure what they're going for. Let's cycle through each of these missions again. Okay, nothing here. Peacekeeping mission. We've already submitted that. Border patrols. Nothing new there. Nothing there. That was conflicting information. We're done with that. Oh, news. There we go. Wanted, cyber protection experts. The freedom of the nation is not only threatened by conventional weaponry and terrorism. A growing number of foreign hackers try to intrude corporate and public networks to steal confidential information or sabotage facilities in order to get advantages in the highly competitive global economy. The Army of the Nation is on the brink of founding a new cyber task force to counter this new digital danger. If you are an expert in the field of information security, enlist now and become one of the pioneers to protect the nation online. General Hartman considers activation of Kerberos. The threefold terrorist attack on Bonton has led General Hartman to openly consider a temporary activation of Mission Kerberos. This would mean the constant presence of military forces within the capital to safeguard public spaces. It may seem like an admittance that our security measures so far are not enough, but it is the option to go for it if we want safety, Hartman stated in regards to the considered activation. Soon after the statement had been released, the Ministry of Security published an official notice to the Ministry of Defense asking to withhold the activation of Kerberos for now. The notice was soon accepted by the Ministry of Defense, rendering General Hartman's consideration obsolete. Click on this. The safety bill, along with a set of further entitlements, allows the Army of the Nation to be deployed in the homeland whenever needed. This paved the way for the mission Kerberos, intended to secure or evacuate densely populated areas in case of a large-scale terrorist attack. To be able to achieve this, several divisions of the Army have received special training and are on standby at all times. Okay. Oh. She's deleted stuff. She's deleted extra stuff. Oh wait, no, there it is. Okay. What else do we have here? Oh, jobs. Oh, right, but that conflicts with something. I want to see what it conflicts with. So what's motivations here? In lying to Syl, she's supposed to be on medical rest right now, but she's not. What motivation would employed on April 14th, so yesterday. What motivation would a company have to review one of their workers? Especially if they want to lie. They're not getting recompense for leaving a bad review. They're not getting refund. I think I trust this one more than what she says to her friends. Why is there a starred... Oh, there's a starred item down here. The party. What's new here? It became mandatory to inform employers whenever an applicant or employee is an ex-convict. Yeah? I flagged that like half an hour ago, so I'm glad that actually pays off. Found a hell of a motivation together with the fact Desmond was killed on a mission sanctioned by the government. Yeah, I'm glad you see my point of view here. One thing important to Miss Metronova was her child, but with this new insight, we cannot ignore the possibility she might be out for revenge. She could be. Oh, no, that's not what I wanted. I think this one's correct. Add that one in. So she worked at the bombing site, and even at the right time. We have now been able to associate Miss Metronova with every bombing location. Her whereabouts are hereby clarified. Things are not looking good for her. That's it. You found all we need to know. Let's see. Her knowledge about explosives may have helped Miss Metronova build those bombs. There's evidence to suggest that she has strong reasons to hate the safety bill. And finally, we could associate her with every single bombing location and prove that she was present at the correct time of one. Seems we found our prime suspect. This is grounds for arrest. Well done. I will need a moment to talk to my superiors. I'll get back to you soon. Keep observing Miss Metronova for activity. Okay, and I'm going to step out for just one moment and be right back. are we doing again? Let's bring ourselves back in here. Oh, Insider. Okay, let's go look at her browser history. Recent jobs and ratings for Schwartz, Molly. Okay, she just went and took a look. Just like we did. Oh, the listener. Hey Harry, are you there? Oh please, is my name Ebenezer Scrooge? Why do all the ghosts of Christmas past suddenly come to haunt me? Harry, I don't have time for this. I have a problem here I need your tech knowledge for. Why doesn't anyone ever ask me about my problems? Alright, what is it? I just came home. Uh-huh. And then what? I left my PC switched on this morning. I just tried to look something up online, and suddenly it went all haywire. Oh, Desire Actions, actually. My security app popped up like a million warnings of some outside intrusion, so I pulled the plug. Oh, does that mean device offline? Sounds like you already fixed the problem then. Thing is, I got contacted by a very strange guy earlier. I think his name was some kind of hacker. And now he's hacking my PC. Yes, I love it when other parties cover our footsteps for us. I was contacted by that guy as well. He was blabbering about everything that we had done in the past, claimed he would give our stuff away to the cops, the usual stuff. Told him to fuck off. What do you take me for? Do you think he really has something? I need to be sure he doesn't have a thing. Even if the guy has something, have you gotten your hands dirty lately? What's all the fuzz about? I need to get out of here before the cops are here. What, get away? Oh, come on, the guy is fucking fake. She suspects him. Meantime, she needs to get out before the cops arrive. Go through her communications. Maybe she will hint at places she goes when she isn't at home. Forward anything of importance to me at once. I'll brief the intervention team accordingly. Don't mess us up. We'll let them chat. Phone your mobile, but couldn't get a hold of you. Can we talk? Is everything okay? Listen, I don't have much time. There is this psycho coming for me. He's been stalking me for days. So she's not worried about the government. She's worried about a stalker. Why can't I forward that information? Like, this is the problem, is I would forward the information. Like, I think he might be listening. Stalker. she's just freaking out over a stalker who's taken over her computer. Okay, now that she's gone, I'm gonna say. Yeah, I'm not helping catch her right now. I'm looking for a confession. She's looking after her friends. And she's worried about a stalker who's trying to dig up the past and get them all in shit. I can submit that. Go home, you're drunk, and think of Harrison. Takes Route 9 to escape London. Because it's album 9. So what he expected. Last community moment, we actually made it. Yeah, she's just trying to escape from a hacker that's got her paranoid. This isn't about running from the law. Roadblock, of course. up something, be sure to talk about it. They left in a hurry. They're swarming out into the settlements. I think it's working. The bus is driving again. Scared the shit out of me. You're such a genius. I didn't do much. Wait, what happened? Forgive a crime. Who is writing at the worst possible time? I just want to be done with this horrible day. Can you check the mail, please? Specific bus route. And I can't do that one anymore. Okay. Oh. Nina, I am truly sorry for having drawn the investigators' attention to you. But to be frank, you overstepped the boundaries of our agreement. The bombs were meant as a warning. A beacon of remembrance to our message that the thoughts must always be free. They were not meant to kill. Once again, you disappoint me with your insurmountable hatred and rage. Must find Abram Godfells. Yeah, but now you know it. You know, I love this game for showing just how easy it is to be swept up in the moment and have to make snap decisions, and for every decision to be potentially wrong. Not just wrong as in, did I do the right thing wrong, but is this the right information to engineer the right response? Like, how is the other person going to react to this information? And I have to be so careful what I put into there to make sure, like, for instance, there's the dilemma. She's panicking because she's having to leave home because a hacker is trying to blackmail her, or whatever you want to call it. But we do also have evidence to show that she was potentially linked to the bombings. So for which reason are we sending the arresting squad? It turned very quickly from we need to track her closely and she's our prime suspect into she's panicking and running away because of a hacker that she's afraid of. Not the government, a hacker. And now we're doing an arrest warrant for her because of the hacker, not because of ourselves. It just doesn't sit right with me. Okay, next day, let's go. Memory hole. Was that the perpetrator of the bombing's escape, it seems. I don't understand how this happened. Did I do something wrong? I need this job desperately. So you're biased. Like You're not actually here for the truth. You're here to please your superiors because you desperately need this job. It's not great motivation for doing the right job. Suspect in Bonton bombings on the run. Delacroix under fire. Investigators present fugitive suspect in Bonton bombing case. Secretary of Security Delacroix under fire by opposition for failure to make an arrest. Bonton. Despite an earlier arrest in the Bonton bombings case, police have narrowed their search for a lead suspect in the case. Nina M., pictured above, a veteran of the Army, is suspected to have built, placed, and detonated devices at Freedom Plaza, Stelligan University, and the Circle Mall. Material for over half a dozen homemade devices have been found at her flat, strongly supporting the claim that M is indeed the perpetrator. Despite several forces attempting to arrest the perpetrator, Nina M. has evaded police capture and is now on the run, sparking a nationwide search for the former military veteran. The security blunder has cast a shadow on investigative efforts, which have been reported to involve a specialist team under the control of Secretary of Security Catherine Delacroix. Delacroix is now highly anticipated to give a statement as to how the suspect was able to escape, and what the next steps to ensure the safety of the nation will be. The opposition has latched onto this failure, demanding that Delacroix step down from her role in a statement to the National Beholder, opposition leader Michael Rutherford claimed that Delacroix has stubbornness in all the wrong places, and that Delacroix has taken the wrong approach in this regard. People have lost their lives and are still endangered thanks to her. More of this story as it unfolds. Oh, more headlines. Heavy rainstorm. Let's see. Strong squalls. Firefighters called to 300 operations or more. And there's an interview with the gym founder. As much as I appreciate I'm once again so important to you, I'm a bit in between things. The Bonton bombings. Nina? What'd you get yourself into? There's more. I spoke to her yesterday. She called me. I've never heard her so scared. Said she was being tracked by someone and needed to skip town. In case anything happened to her, then she packed a few things and went on her way. She did message me about someone tracking her as well. Thought it was this hacker who screwed with our page. What did she tell you? She suspected someone to be wiretapping her calls. She wasn't exactly willing to talk about it. I don't know for sure, but I think it could have been the police. Oh, this is brilliant. How long until they discover the connection to us? They might be listening to this very call as we speak. Why would they? We didn't do anything. Or, did you? No, but it's becoming blatantly obvious these assholes are trying to set us up. The bombs were exactly where we held our protests. Then those letters with the song Abe obsessed about. Pretty much the proof they've been waiting for. We're cooked. I thought you and the Gov were best friends forever now after reading your opinion pieces. For what reason would they be after us? Why now? What did we do? Speak up against them one too many times? The fuck do I know? Who's gonna help us? Joseph Langley might be worth a shot. Cassandra's lawyer, don't you remember? What do you want him to do? Bust law enforcement? The government? He understands our situation. Abe also knew Yosef. I talked to him recently. They make laws, they break laws. We will need to speak in a language they'll understand, not in one they own. So I take it you've got a much better plan. We need to get the people on our side, turn things around. Abraham knew that. He did know that. So now you're set on miraculously achieving something that Thought spent 1.5 years attempting. This is not about Thought. This is about me defending myself. What's your defense plan? There's this guy. Goes by the name Initiate. Might actually be a girl. Who cares? Look, this hack on the Thought blog. It was a very elaborate hack. Our site is super safe. I'm not an amateur. That guy, girl, whatever, is skilled. An Initiate mentioned having no sympathy for the Gov. He'd rather trust a random hacker, simply because he said he doesn't like government. Why would he first threaten us, then work with us? I'll persuade him. Imagine the possibilities with our own hacker. Have it your way, I'll have it mine. Arguing like the good old days. Is your util still Jewel Seeker? Oh, it's not secure anymore. Let's go to Abe, New Yosef. Harrison, there we go. And then Juliet is working on a Sunday. I have no idea who you are and why you suspect us of being involved in the Bunton bombings. Were these usual circumstances, I wouldn't care less about a weirdo like you. But you just told me in your last email you would now tend to another. Well, have a look at the TNB. Is this the person you wanted to tend to? Soon enough, you will have some serious explaining to do, and it won't be to me if you get what I mean. Lucky you, I'm not ready to continue this ridiculous battle or whatever it is. Now we've all made ourselves comfortable in the same sinking ship, I want to suggest something better than battling each other. You claim to be righteous? Then be righteous. Become a member of Thought. You said you're not on the government's side, so why not be on ours? Okay, let's build our dossier on Yosef Langley. There. Harrison's timeline. Oh. Up to a slow start on this chilled Sunday morning. This is going to be my day. I can feel it. Oh, in case anyone does recognize the woman next to me, let me know. Just kidding, very obviously. Don't be mad at me, Marcia. Excuse me. There's Yosef Langley. Bam. His own law office. Graduation from Stelligan in 1992. Nope. Get in touch. 10 Commandments. Okay, that's Rosentech. Targets. First Bank of the Nation. Campus Life Online. The Thought. Singular. Army of the Nation. The Party. Timelines. Cassandra's timeline. Nope. Not gonna be that. Okay, that's not helpful right now. Law offices. There we go. Profile. There's another picture. Joseph Langley studied criminal law at Stellingen University in Bonn. Instantly after his graduation in '92, Joseph Langley partnered with Catherine Delacroix, a fellow student who is now officiating as Secretary of Security in the government, to found a criminal law office of their own, Delacroix and Langley Legal. So wait, the Secretary of Security, who's my boss, is also a part owner of this law firm. I don't know what's going on yet, but it does smell a little bit like a conflict of interest. Former business partner, but you know, if this Orwellian surveillance method is actually as intended, operate as intended, then that means that I should create a profile on Delacroix, who is my boss. Like, if the eyes watch everyone, they watch even the people in charge of the eyes. So far, so good on Mr. Langley's background. Excluding the connection to Delacroix, everything seems unsurprising. What we need to know right now is his connections to Abram Goldfelds, and possibly the other members of Thought. Year abroad in Argentina, and military service. Oh, hello. So let's go like that. Any peanut gallery? No? Okay. Army service. Expertise. Significant cases. Lion's Share scandal, which received nationwide media coverage in 2010. In that case, he defended construction entrepreneur Elbert Hendricks, who had taken on a government contract for highway construction. When it became apparent his road pavement was an inferior quality than paid for, Hendricks' firm became subject to corruption investigations. Joseph Henry took on the defense for Hendricks, during which he was able to convincingly argue that Hendricks had actually acted on behalf of the Secretary of Transportation, Greenway, who had taken the largest part of the money put aside in the fraudulent process. So this lawyer is not great at proving the right thing was done, but he's really good at showing that it's not someone's fault. He's good at sidestepping the blame. Contact. Work phone. Email. And address. Okay, let's bounce into here. informed Cassandra has been taken into custody. Apparently they have new evidence regarding the attack on that officer. I tried to call immediately, but they claimed she didn't want to talk to me. That's their official statement. Where did they suddenly dig up new evidence from? I have no idea, but I've just had it with their shenanigans. It's just so annoying that I cannot talk to her. I've been trying every precedent I know to get in contact with her. Aligns with another incident. TNB today? You mean Boston bombings perpetrator? Yes, the woman suspected of the bombings, Nina. She was a friend, also a member of our group, Thought. This is very troubling. Come to think of it, Abram once asked me for a favor for someone called Nina once, some time ago. I hope it wasn't this Nina. Might well be. I doubt Abe knew many other people named Nina. What was the favor about? Small thing, nothing of importance. Spoke to Harrison, another member of our group. We agree the police might be investigating us next. They might be on to everyone in Thought now. Lock us up straight away? I mean, can they do that? Well, even with the safety bill in place, they still need solid indication you're at all involved in the actual bombings. Although honestly, I'm not sure what constitutes a solid indication these days. Anything you can do? It's really worrying, and I would like to take this on immediately, were it not for Cassie. I made the mistake to set false priorities once. I owe Cassandra to get her out of this first. Primarily concerned. Thinking next. Nina had to flee because she knew the police would not go lightly on her. We might be next. Need some time, to write some emails, do some reading, see if there's legal limbo or anything I can do. Maybe I come across something. After all, these things connected. Did a favor, long time ago. That's helpful. Oh. Answer me this. How can I join Thought when I'm already a part of it? Wait. This is all from... Okay, one second. Thinks he's part of it already. Timelines. Uh, 1912, really? Oh. He's not Abram, is he? I'll let him end turns. Open letter to Victor. Admire your style. You've got awesome tech company. You call your own. Wear shiny snake leather boots. Something bothering me as the bright star of the tech. Look, if I I used a login like Vorson and password like da, it wouldn't be a big deal. No one would give a damn. But for a luminous figure like yourself, just imagine what would happen when someone who's nothing as benevolent as myself would find those out and post them openly, say on timelines or any other social media platform. Embarrassing, wouldn't it be? All I demand in return is to have a chat with you personally. There's something that has been bothering me for quite some time now. Even though I got a glimpse into the rosin ivory tower already, you were never available. So let's give that another try. I use a chat tool called Silent Screen. I've written that myself, which will connect to any other chat tool. So use whatever you like. He got a glimpse in. Mind-boggling to me, they actually hire a lot of interns and only very few people ever get permanent contracts. Nickname? Silent Scream? Root. Of course it's root. Listen, he wants root access. Okay, I'm not sure that that's actually his birthday. Helping hand. Unknown person. Oh, hello, Yusuf. I assume you know who I am. It has come to my attention that one of your clients, a certain Cassandra Watergate, is currently held in investigative custody. As far as I'm informed, the both of you have some kind of liaison. While it is not of my concern, it's heartbreaking to know lovers are apart from each other. I'm in a position to change that if you deliver incriminating material for a person named Abraham Goldfelds, a member of the activist group Thought, of whom I know you have been in contact with. Let me know if you're willing to assist me in this, and I will see to it Cassandra receives a helping hand as well. That's worth adding. Laverne, please excuse me mailing you on a Sunday, but I have an urgent matter at hand. I'm driving to the office now, and I need to use my private notebook. Can you please unlock the ID PC, on the Global Network? One thing I need to mention, the head engineer warned me that apparently there was a glitch that caused devices we were monitoring to malfunction at times. Needn't worry though, the issue has now been fixed. Why did you highlight this again for me? I don't know. Initiate's timeline. Yeah, there's lots of stuff on there, but it's mostly shit. Ooh. Urgent request. It's done. Don't work too much. I have not been in contact with Abraham Goldfelds for a long time. I cannot meet your demands. I will deliver additional information on members of the activist group Thought. Only if you mind our agreement. Cassandra Watergate must be set free. Tomorrow, not a day later. Dirty hands. Is that us that sent him the message? Always look in the trash first. Nothing. Active support of the Children of Parks Foundation. Sure, why not? Everything's relevant. Okay. Oh, there he's got Goldfelds. My dear friend, okay, this is from Abram Goldfelds. My dear friend in Dubio, if I may address you by that name once more, I hope this mail finds you in good health. First of all, I'd like to apologize for not having been able to write you as often as I should have. I hope you don't think I avoided writing due to asking you about ongoing financial support for Nina. It wasn't that. I should not have asked in the first place. And yet here I am, asking again. There is a young woman, her name is Cassandra, who is a member of my debate club. She has undeservedly stumbled into trouble very recently and requires nothing but the best defense attorney. Of course, you immediately sprung to my mind after the wonderful job you did as counsel in my case. Okay then. Without a doubt, you must have heard about the riots at Freedom Plaza 2 days ago. Probably also about the injured police officer. I will not beat around the bush. Cassandra is the prime suspect for said injury, so taking on this case might bring some PR headwind with it. She claims not to have done the deed, and I'm willing to believe her. Should you be willing to take on her legal defense, I would be more than grateful. I will cover any costs in full, whatever you might need. Let me know your thoughts. An alias in Dubio. Financial support for Nina. That's important to know. Was asked. And, counsel in my case. What did Abram get into? What was his case about? Exactly. Okay, so that was Mail's private. Let's go to Mail's office. Our meeting. From Yang at 2 cent. Mr. Yang? Well, that was 2. Him. Okay. I would like to thank you for the business meeting. It is great to finally meet you in person. Your case deserves a dedicated and equally experienced lawyer. After some carefully conducted consideration, it is with utmost regret that I have to inform you I do not have the capacities required for a case of this complexity at this time. It would not be desirable to go into this case half-heartedly. I am sure you will understand my decision. Again, thank you for your trust and effort put into your proposal. My hope is to be able to work with you on a future case where circumstances have changed. I do not wish to rush you. Why is he putting his bank account there? Shouldn't that be happening through the invoicing department? This was yesterday. Mr. Langley, regarding the request to release your client Cassandra Watergate from investigative custody, we unfortunately have to inform you that your request has been denied. Yeah, sounds about right. Feedback on your request. I've gone through your books the third time this morning as you requested, and sadly, I can only confirm what I told you earlier. You may not notice it now because it's a slow decline, but you're on your way to hit rock bottom some black day in the future if this business trend continues. Excuse me for sounding like a broken record, but these are the major issues I see. Apart from your number of clients dropping steadily, your expenses since the end of 2016, especially via that credit card of yours, went up a whopping 218%. Any idea what the reason for that might be? Then there's this recurring donation that's been going on for some time. I can respect if you want to help out a friend or something, but you have to stop at some point. Seriously. If all of those expenses are a must, well, I would definitely agree with laying off Mrs. Winters, as you mentioned. Due to the fact that your clients are dropping anyway, why have a dedicated secretary around any longer than needed? Or get her to work part-time, or find someone who will work part-time for a lower hourly rate, ideally. He's facing bankruptcy. That's only partially a joke when he's saying you're trying to bankrupt me with that bottle of wine. Wait. Okay, so we did mails and pictures, and trash is empty. Systems. Browser history. History cleared by user. Okay. But there's still something here. Yeah, that's conflicting with something else. So we're going to back out of that for now. Oh. You found your way here, Harrison. Hello, Mr. Anderson. Why didn't you just tell me you wanted to chat? When you told me what happened to Nina, I went straight on to research. I did find something. Something you won't like a bit. What is this? This wonderful dirt. Orwell. It seems that is a system that can put everything on the web under surveillance. Those people are supposed to collect pieces of data from websites, all kinds of communication, whatnot, and send it to the Orwell mainframe. Nothing is safe. I have very good connections to some hackers outside the nation. That's worth knowing. We got Harrison worked up now. Say the word and they will be there too. Yep. Here's one thing. It's a bit risky. You are using my chat tool right now as well, aren't you? This tool has a built-in cipher. Custom encryption algorithm written by me, easy to break but off record, and that's what we need. They probably cannot break this, not right away. It gives us a couple of messages, probably. read it. I will need some time to localize the entry point, and then I'll only have seconds. One thing. What will you do with what I find there? Start a war on the government. You told me you don't have any love for the government. You were already part of the thought. Now prove it. Your chance to do something with relevance to it, instead of hacking people's sites for fun. Time to get to work. Headlines. I imagine you're looking my way now, aren't you? I have absolutely no idea who leaked this info. Certainly not me. Only very few people can access the data on our back end. This doesn't exactly aid us in our investigations, quite the opposite probably. We need to hurry. Is this group responsible for the Bonton bombings? Bonton bombing perpetrator Nina M. apparently was a member of the activist group called Thought. Are they involved in the incidents? Bonton. It seems that Bonton bombings perpetrator, yesterday identified as Nina M., might not have been working alone. Information leaked to us from a reliable source implies she belonged to a Bonton-based group called Thought. This self-proclaimed activist group seems to be behind a number of violent demonstrations that have been held around Bonton. One of the articles on the Mostly Locked Up blog also quotes from Die Gedanken sind frei, the lyrics occurring in the letters spread prior to the bombings. If and how the group is indeed also involved in the bombings is left to speculation for the moment. We have already requested the administrators of the blog for an official statement, but have yet to receive any form of response. Scams everywhere. Okay, we already read all this. Oh, Bank of the Nation. Available balance. Reoccurring donation. If you can find one last indication of that this might be meant for Nina, that would be enough for investigative custody. Internal case file. Ooh, hello there. The defendant is accused of breaching the terms of an employment contract with the plaintiff the defendant had entered on March 15th, 2013. Oh. Spicy. He worked for the government. Plaintiff's claim was granted, though a medical condition of the defendant could be proven by his physician, Dr. Daniel Leons, the court could see no justification for the defendant's absence from work. He felt too sick for work, tried to get out, and was charged for it instead, and found guilty. Considering the facts, the bombings are starting to look like a very weird kind of vendetta to me. High time we find Abram Goldfelds. This again? Why is this popping up so constantly? Oh, because there's new comments. Interesting. All I've been told is that my work would be needed on a large-scale groundbreaking project. Buzzwords bereft of meaning. I refused the contract. Goldfields refused at first, then took the contract after all, only to then breach it. Odd. Medical database. Here we go. Date of birth. Address. Patient. Patient has reported increasingly nagging pain in the epigastric region he experienced for several months especially during nights. Combined with a feeling he described as similar to nausea, patient has also reported decreased appetite, resulting in a loss of weight over the recent months. Patient visited due to a referral of his GP to exclude carcinomas. Sonographic localization of the upper abdomen undertaken shows a dilation of the bile duct in the head of the pancreas. CT undertaken to clarify infestation of lymph nodes, surrounding and distant organs. Shows an infestation of para-aortic lymph nodes. No pathological findings on other organs. A carcinoma tumor of the size of approximately 2.8 centimeters has been found in the head of the pancreas. Oh boy. Tumor has surpassed the state of being operable due to cancer. Found in the para-aortic lymph nodes. The patient has been informed about this circumstance as well as the fact that the average life expectancy is 6 to 12 months at this state of the cancer, though outliers with years to live exist, which seem to recede. Oh, completely. So he's been suggested to do palliative. Fishing club. Sponsor is Watergate Food. Oh no, that's just an ad. Sport of fishing. Tough, stressful day at the office. Your boss doesn't value your work. Da da da. Yada yada yada. Fish responsibility. Club. I think that's the about page. Gallery. Catch of the month. Da da da. Yada yada yada. Next image. No interesting comments. Oh, Goldfields. Temporary member, now he's made the best decision of his life and joined us. Please welcome to the club, Abraham. Oh. Now get where? Kickbait, yeah. My position as chairman of this club obliges me to a neutral position in the matter. I understand the argument, but Yosef is right. This is not a discussion to be held here. This has become far too personal. It is be discussed between all current active members. We will hold a discussion and vote in the upcoming meeting. The thread is closed. Oh wait, so what's going on here? Welcome, Abe. Welcome. Saw you around last time. Didn't have a chance to talk to you. Kidding me? I thought we were a club for men. Yes, there is Stan. We never had such a fag in the club. Okay. Oh, so they don't like gays. So this is actually an issue for the group. Is this a relevant issue for a club like this? Like, what are they about? Dedicated to men. Yosef. Where is Yosef? There you are. Yeah, but it's all relevant. Listener. Unknown person. Brought to our attention, you have actively participated in suspicious groups in the past or present. I consider it to be unnecessary to elaborate how this is against the work regulations and our expectations of neutrality towards every journalist employed by the National Beholder. We hereby inform you about the immediate termination of our work contract regarding the National Opinion column and any other such articles, texts, or reports. You know, that's not how you bring him back into the fold. But none of my business. Okay. It's in conflict of something. This is reoccurring donation. But when we looked at his bank, reoccurring donation. Yeah, we don't have evidence to show one way or the other what this is. Could be that, yeah, because the bank wouldn't say, you know, recurring donation when you do an e-transfer. You would just say that you transferred money to a certain person. Oh yeah, there's that comment. Still nothing in the trash. That device is offline. Like, the bank backs up. Bruno Watergate, founder. Bruno Watergate. We know something about him. Let's go over to the pharmaceutical company here. Company. Bruno Watergate. Apart from working on the family business, Watergate is also the founder of Central and head of the charity. Yeah, so I think this recurring donation. Help out a friend or something, but it has to stop. She's calling it donationing, quotation marks. But we also have a certificate over here. Aiding children in the war. Like, technically, if we follow the paperwork properly, it's technically this. escalations going on here. Well, it might take longer to trace it all back to thought. I didn't expect TNV would openly write about it. TNV, Buckers fired me. Yep. Cass has been arrested, her lawyer told me. Yep. It was about new evidence on the officer injury, not those bombings. Guy's crazy, completely nuts. I don't know why I ever thought of asking him. Don't get your hopes up. Sleight of hand going on there. He's busy trying to get Cassandra out. What would you do if whatever her name was got arrested? Yeah. Might give us advice. Yeah, he's also going to sell you out. Looking pretty harsh. Interesting discovery we need to have a word about. You and your colleague, Harrison? Just chatting to him. I can set up a conference call. He's eager to meet you. That would be great. Oh boy. He's the guy who's going to sell them out too. Give me a moment. Okay, let's go back to our other... Nina mentioned the cops were wiretapping her calls. Said it yourself. Why not chat? I think a call is much more appropriate for legal counsel. Raises less eyebrows, and chats might be logged just as easily. We're just the average couple seeking advice, right? Couple? We need to do this. Don't speak too openly. Don't mention wiretaps, okay? Don't like this, but alright. Safety bill. An aggregation of paragraphs to get people behind bars much more easily and to brand their personal lives, if necessary. What's dangerous is that individuals like yourselves might be prosecuted by mere indication of threats to the nation. Specific situations, it will be more than enough to point out at a word that you said in a rage to consider you dangerous. Transivity of indication. You all form a group, an activist group. This links you with one another. Now, if there's sufficient indication that, say, Abraham created the thought to commit crimes or even acts of terrorism, they'd have grounds to arrest you all. We need explicit evidence showing Abraham created this group to be peaceful. Prove it beyond any doubt. That's why I need to ask you about Abraham, to find out his original intentions. Two of us were friends, but I never got the feeling he told me a whole lot about what was going on in his life. Quite reclusive. I can upload. Obsessed with getting his message out, make people aware what the government was doing. That could be misinterpreted. What about the protests? Nina's plan for the Circle Mall. So we can paint it to be more about her. Jules took over the planning with the other two protests. So would you say intended violence and outrage? No, hated violence. Why can't I highlight that? Why can't I highlight that? He's gone, we don't know where, we don't know how to reach him. I will need to get back to writing some emails to get Cassandra out of this mess. I'll go back to you. Goodbye. Well, your lawyer wasn't too helpful. So Nina caused deviation from Abraham Goldfeld's intentions. Show conflict, it's that one. You, Nina, me, each and every one of us skilled people. All the people gather around him. Yep. Our findings so far have shown that Harrison O'Donnell has been involved in the planning of Thought's protests. But since we know that Miss Matronova planned for the first protest, this finding now leaves no room for him. Did we make a mistake? Was Mr. O'Donnell not involved in the planning? What are you trying to highlight to me? Got this new notebook for my studies as a Christmas present for my parents. I was working on it fine last night, but after a short presentation at the Media Department Expo, damn thing won't turn on anymore. I think something's loose on the inside. My dad said I should just return it, but I'm determined to fix this thing myself. So come at me, clever IT guys and gals. Give me some advice so I can call myself a real DIY notebook repair expert. I took a picture of the little troublemaker so you can see the make and model we're talking about. Oh, great. Okay, well, let's dump that in there. That will give us access to her computer. I'm going to let that sit for a bit. What's in their trash? Hello? Okay. I guess I haven't told you that other people know about Orwell yet. Let's again. Okay, the basic essay. My dear Juliet, that was from him. I'm happy about your open and honest message. Speaking to you, I got the impression you're a very clever young woman who isn't afraid to believe in herself, which is a shame because I don't see any reason for it. Oh, who is afraid to believe in herself? People will always find a way to be cruel and judgmental. Let me tell you something I rarely tell other people. I came to the nation from Gravelingen? I can't even. Whatever. A tiny village near Stuttgart in Germany, where I still have a family. It's one of those places where everyone knows everyone without any exceptions. My childhood. Okay, we're gonna update that. Rosin, material for PR. Go meet in person. I rest my case, you're welcome. Okay, so, hey Barry, Maria asked me to get some specifics on a project with internal codename Demiurge. I'll send the authorization key to access the requested info separately. Can you get her details on how it functions from a user point of view? The interface controllers, project milestone dates. Needs data by tomorrow. Rami is overseas at the architect thing. Only other person who could get us that quickly I could think of is you. Care to help the new PR assistant out? For the USB drive with the material you asked for on her desk. It's tons of documents including technical details, yet most of the specifics have been redacted by the clients. I hope Maria is aware this stuff is so confidential it doesn't even exist officially. No lists on who got or is supposed to get which stuff, when, and why. Don't get why PR needs this, but, well, I won't stand in the way of Victor's grand vision of information sharing. Ask and thou shalt receive. After all, you had a key. Speaking of the devil, do me a favor and come around personally next time, okay? Even though you've just started here this month, you can for sure already guess what Victor has to say about mail exchanges in the company. Synchronous over asynchronous communication. Go meet in person always. I rest my case, you're welcome. Okay, so this is for Juliet. Yeah, she's a recent hire. So that's person. System, browser history. Yeah. Yeah. She read that. She checked that out. Yep. Juliet's timeline. Targets. Okay, yeah. But that's when she was giving advice of where to go. Harrison's timeline. Yep, no, that's all good. Nope, there's still something here. Is it in the trash? Nope. System, browser, Rorson. Still again. It's already been submitted. Not quite sure what they want me to pull up from here. Oh, okay. Somehow I've clicked on everything. Of course, they claim to be neither involved in the bombing nor in contact with Abram Goldfeld's. Thought was formed as a debate club at first, then it became an activist group. There is this Juliet Carrington, who seems rather harmless, but this Harrison O'Donnell might well be a fanatic. Talking to them gave me the impression that he is Thought's leader, if one can call him that. He openly spoke against the government and the safety bill. He certainly seems to be the fanatic type. Observe him. Remember our agreement. Great. Help find Gunther Ahrens. Missing persons worldwide. One second. Age at disappearance. Had an employment contract in 2013. Date of birth 1953. Age now, so 1953, 2017. One moment here. So 2017 minus 1953. So if he was born in 1953, and if they think he would be 63 years old now, 2017 minus 1953 is 64. His birthday's in July, we're April, so he's 63 right now. Same person. The city matches. Missing for several years now. One day, he did not return from work. Colleagues and friends claim they have not seen him, nor have any clue where he might have gone to. We put all our hope on the new possibilities of the web to continue our search. Maybe find him someday. I have not lost confidence that you are still out there. You would never abandon us. You wouldn't. I know it. If you ever read this, just call or write. Just give us something to know what became of you. We are not mad. We will never be mad. We are just waiting for you. Oh yeah, saying he's gay is just like stupid forum chatter. It's legitimate to change your name when immigrating, yet very few people do so. That is what Mr. Goldfeld's Ahrens must have done. He has a loving loving wife and daughter. I think he did leave them behind. Obituaries. Patricia Webster Goodman, Rachel Whitfield, Gunther Ahrens, Gunther Ahrens, age 63, passed away at his home near Bonton. Though he was friends with many, very few knew the true person behind his gentle smile. Although his achievements in life were numerous, Gunther was a person always filled with self-doubt. That is no wonder, considering the world wronged him over and over again. Yes, he had his mistakes. He wasn't innocent. Who is? Gunther always did what he thought was right. He deserved better. I will miss you dearly, my friend. Added by Anonymous. So the report from the team at Abrams' address came in. He was completely abandoned, no furniture left, nothing, which is no longer a surprise, I guess. There's one anomaly, though. The living room looked like someone slept in there very recently. Could it be that? You know what I think? I think he's faked his death. If it's him, he's faked his death. That, 18th, 2016, so that he can start acting incognito. Either that, or someone is misrepresenting his identity. There's a new entry. With all the new people on our site, proper instructions are in order. This is new. Why, hello there. Where did all those people come from? Might it be due to the fact that the biggest newspaper in the nation just published an article on us? Didn't think they still had an audience that large. The irony is not lost on me. We tried and tried and tried to get our message through, but whatever we did, it wasn't enough to get your attention. And now you show up on our doorstep uninvited, yet still wanting attention. Welcome and bienvenue. Welcome. Now that you are here, let's have a small chat, shall we? I've got someone here who's desperately eager to meet you all. World, meet my good friend Benjamin Costigan. Benjamin, meet the world. On first sight, Benjamin seems a fine man, doesn't he? He's 32, so in his best years. Lives in a cozy house, even has a pregnant fiancée named Amy Peters. Never would you guess what a terrible secret he hides. See, Benjamin here is a government agent, in a project they apparently call Orwell. I'm not Benjamin, am I? Never heard of it? No surprise, I hadn't either. They don't want us to know, at least not yet. Orwell makes it mind-numbingly easy to spy on all of you, just with a few mouse clicks. Ordinary people recruited from anywhere in the world make those mouse clicks seem as if it all were just a game. Then there's Benjamin. He is the guy who receives your data, has an elaborate look at it, and says, this is the one we'll put in jail. This one's life, we're gonna fuck it up. That's one hell of a job, isn't it? Now you might ask, where did this Hancock fella get this info from? The answer? From the Orwell project itself, because the thing isn't even secure. No, I don't expect you to believe me just like that. I'd like to propose something better. Go and ask Benjamin. Oh yeah, I almost forgot that you don't know him. No problemo. Here's his address. If you'd kindly visit him and send him my best regards, that would be much appreciated. We'll take care of the bastards that sit on the other side of this Orwell project, who dig through all your personal files and grin while they look at your nude photographs. Thought is your friend. We'll get them for you, we promise. The thoughts shall be free again. That's my handler. I recognize his face. I get for you, attacking Orwell worked, but not for long, and not again, not this way. Take a look at your thought web server. Handle with care. This is for Initiate. guy was behind the back-end breakdown. I should have known. That's why it was so pathetic. You won't think it's pathetic after I upload this. Hate to break it to you. I am not friends with my... Why am I? Where did that come from? I'll grant you to add more if there is... Pregnant fiancé. This is the thing. If this technology is in use, it should be used on everyone. Oh, and let's throw a picture up there too. Okay, what shall I do next? Oh, there's... No, that's just the normal. Let's dump this one in. Gotta progress the story somehow. Hopefully that helps. Oh right, I hadn't finished doing this one. Oh, you want me to end it, eh? Well, let's make sure there's nothing else going on. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Yes. I think I'm going to call it there today, folks. Thanks for joining me, as always, and next time, let's see where this rabbit hole goes. We now know the actual name of our handler, and we are starting to indict our own bosses for what that's worth. I think it's time to spill the tea. Bye-bye now.